Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our viewers at home for the ones that have joined us earlier, and welcome to the ones that are just joining us. And of course, Ramadan Kareem to all the viewers, all our museum viewers at home. And of course, this draw is a closed draw because of the health pandemic. We're not able to have the teams with us, and also all the fans that are watching from home. We know that you're watching very closely and to see the teams that will be playing against each other. So thank you very much for the cooperation so far enjoyed by all the fans and all the stakeholders in our football community. I would like to, on behalf of the CAF President, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, to congratulate all the 8 teams that have qualified so far to this stage of the competition. The journey has been a very challenging one, and also special thank you to all the teams that participated throughout the beginning of the competition. As I mentioned earlier, we know that it's been a very tight schedule for the teams. They've had to be playing the CAF Champions League almost week after week, and including the local league matches that have been played, and the travel restrictions and the COVID-19 testing that they've had to go through. It is through this commitment that we recognize that is making African football great, and thank you for the unity in the community. Now, without these challenges, we would not have great football, and we've had some exceptional football played in the group stage of the CAF Champions League. For the very first time in a particular season, we have 2 Algerian teams that have qualified. We have CR Belouizdad and MC Alger, and we have Kaizer Chiefs qualifying for the very first time to the knockout stage. And of course, we have 2 South African teams also. Now, to get us in the knockout stage mood, please let us watch a video of the action of the 8 teams that have qualified to the group stage. Before explaining the draw procedure, let us look at how these 8 teams finished in the stages from the group stage. Now, the runners-up of all the groups, starting from Group A, we have Al Ahly of Egypt, CR Belouizdad of Algeria, Kaizer Chiefs from South Africa, MC Alger finishing second in Group D. And top of the group from Group A, we have Simba SC of Tanzania, Mamelodi Sundowns top in Group B, and Wydad from Morocco topping Group C, and Esperance of Tunisia, also known as Taraji, finishing, of course, first from Group D. Now, to proceed with the draw procedures, I would like to invite on stage one of the great African legends who was on stage earlier. He needs not too much introduction. Please join me in welcoming the great Abdoulaye Bembadi Traoré. Merci Abdoulaye. Okay, merci encore pour nous joindre. Oui. C'est le dernier tirage sort qu'on va faire aujourd'hui. Oui. Et merci d'avoir venu ici en Égypte. Oui. Je sais que tu as vraiment des belles histoires ici en Égypte. Ce n'est pas ta première fois ici, même en 1986, je pense. Oui. C'était ça, tu as joué ici en Égypte avec des grandes légendes.
Oui, tout à fait. L'Égypte est pour moi un pays dont je garde le bon souvenir. La première CAN en 1986, c'était ici, en Égypte au Caire, où j'ai eu l'occasion et la chance de jouer contre des joueurs de renom comme El Khatib El Bibo, Magic Abdelghani, Moustapha Abdou, plein de joueurs. C'était des légendes pour moi, c'était des joueurs de référence. Donc j'ai pris plaisir à me frotter à côté d'eux.
Tu avais la bonne chance de vivre toute cette expérience avec tous ces grandes légendes et avec aussi Jules Boucandé, si
oui,
je me souviens
tout à
bien.
fait, contre le Sénégal. Paix à son âme.
Paix à son âme. Oui. Et aussi, une des légendes que tu avais mentionnées, c'est quelqu'un qui est vraiment connu ici, le président de Al Ahly, Mahmoud El Khatib. C'est une équipe qui va être tirée ici bientôt, que tu vas bien tirer. Je sais que c'est ton ami et il faut faire attention comment tu tires l'équipe.
Tout à fait.
OK. Merci. Je vais juste expliquer la procedure de tirage au sort. Après, tu vas nous assister. And to explain the draw procedures, just as we did for the Confederations Cup, we have also one draw constraint for this competition, which is that two teams from the same group, from the group stage, cannot play each other. So for the draw procedure and the first pot, pot one, we have the four runners-up of the four groups here. And then the pot number two, we have the three balls containing the winner of Group A, which is Simba. And pot number three, we have three balls containing the group winner of Group B, which is Mamelodi Sundowns. And in pot number four, we have three balls containing the winners of Group C, which is Wydad of Morocco, and the last pot, which is the group winners of Group D, which is Esperance of Tunisia. So the first step, one ball will be drawn from the pot of the runners-up. I would open to see the first team that will be playing the first quarterfinals, and one ball will be picked from the remaining pot, except the pot that contains the same team that was picked in the first step. So for example, if we pick the runners-up of Group A, which is Al Ahly, that means that we cannot pick a ball from pot number two, which is also has Simba, because they played in the same group, just to avoid two teams from the same group meeting each other. So the three balls picked will be put in an empty pot, will be mixed very carefully, and Abdoulaye will pick the team to know who is going to meet the first team that was picked in first quarterfinal. Now that we have that clear and out of the way, I'll be calling also on Mr. Imad Shenuda, who is the manager of Interclubs competition, that will be assisting us in the draw to make sure that we make no mistake and no stone is on top. So, Imad, if you're ready, and Abdoulaye, t'es prêt?
Oui.
The fate of the teams are in your hands. Please pick very carefully. Let's proceed to pick the first team.
Al Ahly d'Égypte.
First team played in quarterfinals one is Al Ahly of Egypt. Al Ahly has a record of 7 titles of the CAF Champions League, which is 2 titles more than all the teams combined together that reached the knockout stage of this competition. So now to see the second team, I'll be playing against Al Ahly. Al Ahly will be playing the first leg at home against
Mamelodi Sundowns.
Mamelodi Sundowns of South Africa will be playing against Al Ahly. They have a great history and they have something very much in common. The coach of Al Ahly was the former coach of Mamelodi Sundowns, so I'm sure all the fans from South Africa and the fans from Egypt will have an exciting match to be played. So now for quarterfinals 2, let's see the first team that we picked from the runners-up. Mamelodi Sundowns also were champions in 2016.
Le MC Alger d'Algérie.
MC Alger of Algeria, the runners-up of Group D from Algeria, who will be playing the first leg of the quarterfinals at home. One of the 2 teams from Algeria that qualified to the knockout stage. Proceed.
Le WAC de Casablanca, Maroc.
WAC, Wydad from Casablanca, 2-time champion of the competition, will be playing, of course, against MC Alger. So we have a North African derby. So for quarterfinals 3, we had CAL Belouizdad and Kaizer Chiefs, 2 teams remaining.
Belouizdad d'Algérie.
CAL Belouizdad, the second team from Algeria, will be playing the first quarterfinals. So we know where this is going to be played. It's going to be played in Algeria. We'll be playing either in Tanzania or in Tunisia against Simba or Esperance de Tunisia.
Espérance de Tunisie.
Esperance of Tunisia, also known as Taraji. They have 3 CAF Champions League titles. They will be playing. They only conceded 1 goal in their group stage stints. And now for the final team in quarterfinals 1.
Kaizer Chiefs, Afrique du Sud.
Kaizer Chiefs from South Africa, one of the 2 teams from South Africa, will be playing the last quarterfinal match. And just to confirm, they should be playing against Simba.
Simba de Tanzanie.
Simba SC of Tanzania, reaching the quarterfinal stage for the 2nd time, will be playing against Kaizer Chiefs of South Africa. So now that we have all our teams confirmed from the quarterfinals, je peux te poser juste à la fois comme ça, on peut regarder l'écran. Je pense que nous avons vraiment des grands matchs dans le cadre des finales. On ne peut pas rater tous ces matchs. On a des grands derbys aussi.
Oui.
Nous avons vu, il y a le grand derby de l'Afrique du Nord, MC Alger contre Wydad, et le quart de finale 3, Algérie, Tunisie, CAL Belouizdad, Espérance de Tunisie, et bien sûr Al-Ahly d'Égypte qui vont se battre contre Mamelodi Sundowns. Je pense que ça c'est peut-être un des plus grands matchs qui sera attendu, les 2 extrêmes du continent. Quel est ton avis de l'équipe que tu penses qu'ils vont se qualifier pour les demi-finales? C'est vraiment difficile à pronostiquer.
Ça, c'est le rendez-vous des grandes équipes, parce que il y a au moins 3 équipes qui ont déjà remporté ce trophée. Et c'est de grands noms. Donc, pour moi, toutes les rencontres seront décisives, parce que ce qui est sûr, on verra de très beaux matchs. Parce que des grandes équipes ne peuvent que fournir des grands matchs. Et toute l'Afrique sera fière, parce qu'on ne va pas s'ennuyer. On verra de très beaux matchs. Vraiment que le meilleur gagne et que vraiment le meilleur représente dignement l'Afrique.
Exactly. So we cannot wait to see some of these actions. And now to proceed to the draw of the semi-finals, as we have in the blue balls, we have 4 teams, 4 balls in there. Quarterfinals 1, 2, 3, and 4. the first two balls picked will be playing the first semifinals, and then in the semifinals too, we have the last two balls will be playing semifinals too. So on peut procéder.
QF2.
QF2 is between the winners of MC Alger and Wydad. So you know the first leg will be played in Algeria or Morocco, and the second ball.
QF4.
QF4. So the winners of QF4 will be playing the first, be the second teams in the first semi-final, and then for the second semi-final.
QF3.
QF3, which is the winners of CL Belouizdad and Espérance de Tunis, will be playing the first leg of the semi-final, second semi-finals, either in Algeria or Tunisia, and then the last semi-final, last team.
QF1.
QF1, so the winners of Al Ahly and Mamelodi Sundowns will be playing semi-finals. And for the finals would be the winners of semi-final 1 against the winners of semi-finals 2. And as you know, the final will be played in one leg. It would be on the 17th of July, and the hosts would be known on the 15th of May. So we can only wish all the teams all the best of luck in their campaign in the knockout stage. And from our side, we'd like to thank everybody for watching. We'd like to thank also Abdoulaye Bembadi Traoré for coming all the way from Côte d'Ivoire to join us. And like him, we're wishing all the teams all the best of luck. Thank you very much, and have a good afternoon. Thank you very much.